Thanks for staying with us. So this is more like a continuation of the Two-Face and Annie Idibia saga, which the ladies have trashed properly a few days ago. But this is more like more stories coming out. We are beginning to hear some sides, Two-Face's side of the story. And there's something that he wrote, and I want to read it here so we can take it up from there. It says, all these years we are the suffer kidney failure, where una been day. My wife, they more interested in her reality shows. Most times, I've been there alone for hospital. How many times I leave hospital bed to attend to appointments just to cater for the family I love so much, and I suffered severe consequences and relapse for that. Where una been there? I don't become devil now because person they act drama on top divorce which she caused for herself. Nothing they happen, sha. Ouch. So a lot of people have come out to, you know, discuss this Two-Face and Annie Idibia's matter, sharing different perspectives. Some persons are of the opinion that he shouldn't have even come on social media at all, no matter how painful the marriage has been for him, no matter what they've been going through, he would have found a way to manage it out of social media. Others are saying Annie has suffered for him. They started together when he had nothing. She was there when he had all the children. You know, other people are saying that Annie too needed to take responsibility for her actions. You know, different perspectives on that. But now that Two-Face is coming out to say this little bit of the story, he's not giving us the full story, what may have caused the divorce, but he's just giving us a snippet into what could likely be one of the reasons that he came out to say this. What are your thoughts on it, ladies?
I don't want to say I told you so. You know, there are certain intrigues that go on in homes and marriages that will never be open to us. And I remember saying that, you know, the way you carry yourself, the way you play your role is important. But saying this message now shows that he has basis for what he did. You know, whether or not they go way back, they started way back, suffer for him. It's not the starting of any race that determines how patient, steadfast a person is. It's usually how you keep your pace in the race or how the race ends. Sadly, we see things happen where marriage degenerates to the point a spouse and another spouse are not talking. One is in the house dying slowly, dealing with life, and the other one is carrying the ego on his head or her head as if nothing is happening. In this case now, we are aware that she has a reality show she's doing, and on that reality show she's been having it back to back. But would it have been better if she had not even gone on the reality show, knowing, because a kidney failure, urinalysis and all of that, there are not things that happen like that. Dialysis, sorry. There are not things that happen like that. There are things that, you know, you'll be managing over time with your relative or your spouse in a very bad place like that. What's your business with the reality show? That's for me, one. Even if you need to work to be earning to maintain it, there are ways that when you go on the reality show, it will show. It will show how you're dealing with it. And you can even, if you want to talk about it, announce it there and step out of the show. That show itself, if it's a reality show really. And then you go back home to maintain the peace at home. We have too much. Society has put too much on us. Women are screaming. But we see that when we are denying the place that nature has arranged, we see this imbalance. The countries that we compare ourselves to, we see the imbalance in society, especially the Black community in America. The single mother system, the independence, the no family setting is the consequence of the lack of it is too grave for us to continue to play this game of who is right, I'm right, a woman right, and all of that. Yes, women are entitled to their identity, their own self and all of that, but not at the expense of society. If you can, women who have successfully managed it and able to raise a balanced home is important. But in this case, the consequence is too grievous. See what we are dealing with now. For a man to say, no, I am doing this no matter what is happening, and then they're bringing out more. People have held their home better. It's just a sad place for me. It's just very sad.
Let me see. For me, you know, listening to this added context from him, I was just thinking that men are quite simple in the way that they think. he broke it down to the fact that I'm in hospital dealing with kidney issues, and therefore she wasn't there for me, and therefore we have a problem. So, and she caused the problem. But, you know, women, meanwhile, I think women are a little more complicated, more nuanced. You know, we have like different, I'm sure if we were to sit Annie down, she would tell us something he did in 1800 that led to something that led to her not being where she was, you know, being by his side. So some of the things really is truly about communication. And I don't believe that this is the only reason that has caused the breakdown of this marriage. I think that so many things have happened. I mean, we have been privy to part of their lives. I watched that reality show, and I've heard her say things like, I am this, I'm that, and you refer to me only as two Baba's wife. You get to know me too. So I felt like she was on a journey of proving herself, becoming her own self. She wanted to get out of the shadow of two Baba. So I can see how she feels that, okay, I finally found an opportunity where people will get to know me for myself, and I'm going to put my energy there. And then it so happens that at the time she's doing that, her husband is going through a health issue. Could there have been a better communication? Because this reality show, she's not doing it alone. He's there beside her. He doesn't feature as much, but, you know, given the conversations, it looks like he supports her being there. You know, they have conversations where when she's having a tough time on the show, she calls him her quick support. So couldn't there have been a communication on how best to handle this while I am going through, you know, the health issues that I'm going through? Because there are even a point in the reality show where she had to leave to go home because she wasn't feeling great. So I feel for me, it shows that there was much more than not being by his side.